Welcome back, Skyjet Wings. You know the silhouette, the sharp diamond-like wings, the canted vertical stabilizers, the F22 Raptor. For years, we've talked about its speed, its maneuverability, its stealth. We thought we understood what made it the apex predator of the skies, but honestly, we were only seeing part of the picture. We were focused on the hardware, the powerful engines, the radar-absorbent skin. The real revolution, the Raptor's most guarded secret, wasn't something you could see or touch. It was a phantom, a whisper in the digital ether that fundamentally changed air combat forever. A secret so potent it rendered entire fleets of legacy fighters obsolete before they ever left the ground. This secret weapon wasn't a new missile. It wasn't a more powerful radar. It was information. Pure, unadulterated, real-time battlefield knowledge. So, what is this magic? It's called the Intra-Flight Data Link, or IFDL. Think of it as a private, encrypted, completely invisible internet just for F-22's. It's not like Link 16. Link 16 is powerful, but it's loud, like shouting in a library. The IFDL is a whisper. It uses low probability of intercept and low probability of detection waveforms. The signal is so faint and cleverly designed, it's almost indistinguishable from the background noise of space. An enemy can't jam what they can't find. They can't listen to a conversation they don't even know exists. Here's how it works. Raptor 1 flies ahead, deep into enemy territory. His APG-77 radar is used sparingly, in quick, narrow bursts, like a sniper's glance. He paints a target, a hostile Su-35, for a fraction of a second. That sliver of data, location, altitude, speed, is instantly shared across the IFDL. Raptor 2, miles behind, receives it. He never turns his radar on. He never makes a sound. The target appears on his screen as if he detected it himself. Raptor 3 also gets the data, so does Raptor 4. Suddenly, it's not one jet versus one jet. It's a team, a pack of invisible wolves sharing a single mind. They build a 360-degree picture of the battle space in real time. Every F-22 contributes what it sees. Every F-22 shares in that collective awareness. That fused sensor data appears on cockpit displays, a godlike view. Blue icons, friendlies, red icons, bogeys, green icons, unknown contacts, all moving across a dynamic tactical map. This is the revolution. Before the F-22, air combat was individual duels. It was about the better pilot whose jet could turn tighter or climb faster. IFDL changed that. Air combat became a team sport. The formation became more than the sum of its parts. The impact of the IFDL was so profound that it forced the Air Force to rewrite its entire doctrine of air-to-air combat. The old playbook was thrown out. Concepts that had defined air warfare for a century, like the merge, where two fighters meet in a close-range turning fight, became almost obsolete. Why would an F-22 pilot ever want to get into a visual-range dogfight when they could kill their opponent from 50 miles away without ever being detected? The new rule was simple. Don't get seen. The F-22's stealth provided the cloak, but the IFDL provided the dagger. This new capability created entirely new tactics. One such tactic is known as silent launch. An F-22 pilot can fire a missile at a target far beyond his own radar's range, relying on targeting data fed to him through the IFDL by a wingman hundreds of miles away. The enemy might detect the missile launch, but their sensors will point them toward the launching aircraft, which is far from the real threat. They are literally chasing a ghost, all while the real shooter remains completely invisible, repositioning for another kill. It's a shell game played at 50,000 feet and at supersonic speeds. This shifted the focus of pilot training dramatically. F-22 pilots became less like swashbuckling duelists and more like information managers. Their primary skill was the ability to process a massive fire hose of data and make split-second decisions. The cockpit of the F-22 became a command center. The pilot was now a sensor, a shooter, a battle manager. The F-22 Raptor remains the undisputed king of air-to-air combat. While its production was cut short, its technological legacy echoes throughout the modern military. The concept of networked warfare, stealthy warfare pioneered by the IFDL, is now the central pillar of fifth-generation fighter design. The F-35's multifunction advanced data link, or MADL, is a direct descendant, built to share even more data between a wider array of assets. jets, ships, drones. The lessons learned from the F-22's secret data link have fundamentally shaped the future of aerial conflict. It proved that the future of war isn't just about better hardware, smarter networks. The most powerful weapons are often the ones we cannot see. Secure communications, encrypted comms. The F-22 didn't just know a little more. It knew everything, and it shared that knowledge at the speed of light. This digital ghost gave American pilots an almost unfair advantage. It allowed them to be the hunters in a world of prey, to strike with impunity from the shadows. It ensured that for a generation, no adversary could seriously challenge American air supremacy. The F-22 was, and is, a technological masterpiece, but its heart is not its engines. Its heart is the silent, invisible network that binds them together. A pack of networked phantoms, forever haunting the skies. The book on air combat is constantly being rewritten. Drones, AI, hypersonics. The next chapters are already being written. If you want to know why the F-22's data link revolutionized air combat, hit like, subscribe to Skyjet Wings and fly with us into the next secret of the skies.